Yo. Yo, what up, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here live in Nashville at the MLB winter meetings where all the talk is Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Got a bomb drop by Dave Roberts just a few minutes ago. Dave Roberts was right behind me on MLB Network, interviewed by Alana Rizzo, and he said that Mookie Betts is going to be the everyday starting second baseman for the Dodgers. We'll talk about that, but we are live here in Nashville. It is going down. Lots of buzz. Ohtani, Yamamoto, what's going to be the big signing? Who are going to be the big deal? So we're going to get into all that, but let me know down below. We got D-Mac House Nashville. What up, Mr. John Rod? D-Mac, you can slide on the fake out if you have some good news. Look, I got you on that one, Mr. John Rod. But yeah, guys, we're going to be covering this entire week here, and lots of news, lots of rumors swirling. It does feel like we are watching and waiting and looking for any type of information on Shohei. I've talked to some people here, got some sources that we're talking about the latest on Ohtani. What is going to be the next move? What will be the next nugget we're going to get? And right now, what I've been told is you're looking at an Ohtani signing in the next 7 to 10 days. That's what I was told an hour ago, 7 to 10 days. So that tells me, look at the timeline there, he's not going to make his decision. We're not going to get an Ohtani announcement during the winter meeting. So at this point, as of right now, things could change, that's for sure. But as of right now, it does feel like we are not going to get the Shohei Ohtani signing news at the winter meetings here in Nashville. And look, it makes a ton of sense. Ohtani is going to go through this process. You've heard last 24 hours, Ken Rosenthal said it, Buster Olney said it, that Ohtani knows where he wants to sign. And the word out there is that his agent, Nez Bolello, is leveraging this to try to get the best contract for his client. For me, my takeaway from that, my assessment of that is, if you're the Dodgers, you know he's your guy, you know you're willing to spend big on him, is there really that much of a negotiation? Is anything that he's going to be able to say to the Dodgers as far as the Giants, the Braves, the Blue Jays, teams like that, none that they can do or offer him, to me, changes the kind of contract that the Dodgers are willing to offer him and sign him to. So I do have my doubts about that. I think the Dodgers are sitting there saying, okay, what's it going to take? Blank check, opt-outs after every couple of years. If you want some incentives, games started, innings pitched, increase your contract. If you want it 500 plus million, close to 600 million, I think the Dodgers are willing to go big. That is the word here, and I think it's just a matter of time. So last couple of days too, you've heard the Braves are still in the mix, but it really feels like Bob Nightingale told us a couple days ago, what you're hearing here, the teams that are in the mix still are the teams we've been hearing for weeks now. The Dodgers are still the clear-cut favorites to sign Ohtani. You have the Angels, you have the Blue Jays, you have the Giants, and you have the Cubs. And I'm told that Yamamoto is probably going to go to the Giants. That is the word here from multiple people, that Yamamoto will ultimately sign with the San Francisco Giants. I don't know if that's fact or fiction, but it feels like it makes a lot of sense. You got Ken Rosenthal walking by right here. Lots of activity, lots of action here in the lobby. Who's who the baseball world? Jeff Passan, Rosenthal, all these guys walking around, working the phones, get as much info as they possibly can. But to me, my takeaway from Yamamoto likely headed to San Francisco is that tells me the Dodgers probably feel better about Ohtani, right? I mean, the likelihood of getting Ohtani and Yamamoto, signing two players, one for 500 plus million, one for 200 plus million, in the same offseason, that'd be historic. This organization, they have the financial muscle to get a deal done like that. But that tells me that the Giants, though, they haven't been rumored to be getting Ohtani and Yamamoto, right? And we heard a couple weeks ago that Farhan Zaidi was going to stop at nothing, was not going to get outbid for Yamamoto. He went to Japan to scout him himself. So that, to me, checks out. It feels like, at the end of the day, I'll go ahead and say it, I think that Yamamoto will sign with the San Francisco Giants and that Shohei Ohtani will sign with the Los Angeles Dodgers. All signs are pointing at that right now. The organization feels confident that they've done everything in their power to get the most coveted free agent in baseball history in Dodger blue. Things could change. Everything's fluid, but something tells me that we're going to get some Ohtani news. Not today, not tomorrow, probably not during the winter meetings, but I do think we'll see some developments. I think we will get new information, and you probably will see a couple of those teams shaved off his list. Whether it be the Giants, the Cubs, Angels, to me, are still a threat just because he's so comfortable in Southern California. He's had a ton of individual success in that organization, so he knows he can perform there. They're going to essentially give him anything he wants financially, from a comfort standpoint. I remember being at the Angels game when Ohtani was pitching, and he spoke to the media for 2 minutes, and he only speaks to the media after he starts. So he has complete control over there. He's not going to be able to do that in New York or LA, the real LA, for the Los Angeles Dodgers, right? So if he wants to control the media, the Blue Jays and the Angels are the two teams that allow him to control the media the most, right? Lots of Japanese media in Los Angeles. Will you see them in Toronto with some of the restrictions? And now Toronto is not as easy to access as LA. That's something you consider as well. I mean, when you get to this level, when you get to this point in the game where you're talking about a lot of marquee franchises, right? Iconic franchises, Cubs, Dodgers, teams like that. They offer a lot of the same as far as prestige, as far as how much they can offer them financially, but then you kind of look down the list at the advantages each team can provide. And the Dodgers still provide the most advantages. And I've also been told that Ohtani has made it known. He wants to win. He knows the money is going to be there no matter what. He knows that teams are going to give him the opt-outs and the ability to re-enter free agency in a year, in 2 years, whenever he wants, to prove that he's an elite starter once again, get back in the market if he chooses to, and then find a way to get another deal. Personally, my assessment is that he wants to commit to a team that is, one, going to give him the opportunity to win, but two, give him the incentives, the financial incentives to, hey, when I become a starter once again and I recover from surgery, that I can still have the same earning potential with that same team. I don't think he wants to re-enter the market and change teams. I think he understands to have some cohesion, to get comfortable in a team. He knows the media circus that's going to surround him, the buzz that's going to surround him, all the electricity. I doubt that after age 30, he's going to want to spend a couple years with a team and then find a new team. That just doesn't line up with someone who's as routine-oriented, who's as regimented as a Shohei Ohtani. I think his next team is going to be his permanent landing spot, but I do think the contract is going to be complex. I think it's going to be nuanced, and I think that it's going to have a lot of provisions in place that are going to allow him to earn the same amount of money, maybe a tiny bit less, than had he opted out and re-entered free agency after proving that he was an elite arm once again. But Jon Morosi also, am I whispering? Am I whispering? Hello, hello, hello. Make sure the sound's on correct. Speak a little, okay. I think it's not me, because I'm definitely not whispering. So I don't even know how to whisper, to be honest with you. But here we go. Good audio. Watching on TV might be an issue. What up, Roy Estrada? Victor, that is not true at all whatsoever. Wherever Doug is shooting from looks. So we are at the winter meetings. At the winter meetings in Nashville, Tennessee. Right behind me is MLB Network. Over there, you got currently Phillips. You got Pena over there. You got Adam Enverk. You got behind me is Baseball Tonight with ESPN. There's basically Radio Row, TV Row. There's Yes Network from New York. You got MLB Network. But, yeah, the other interesting development today was that – what up, Dylan, over there? But let me know if that audio is better because, yeah, definitely not whispering for sure. What up, Leonardo, over on YouTube? Yeah, we're going to be providing wall-to-wall coverage. We're going to be streaming every couple of hours, dropping tons of content. Already got some interviews today. We got Jon Morosi on the show in a little bit, so be on the lookout for that. And one thing Morosi told me I found very interesting was that Dr. Neil Elitrach, the doctor that performed Ohtani's surgery, a doctor that he's very comfortable with, of course, is the Dodgers team physician, right? He works for the Los Angeles Dodgers, so don't underestimate that, because Ohtani still wants to be an elite two-way player. He still wants to start games. He has not given up, right? And he feels like after he gets surgery, he can return to the mound and perform at the level he was when he was pitching like an ace. So that's definitely one of the biggest advantages that the Dodgers have, on top of all the other advantages, is that you are not just close in proximity to the doctor that's performing his surgeries, but he's someone who's actually employed by the team. And I think I'll add to that the fact that this Dodgers organization has a ton of experience in getting guys back on track after Tommy John surgeries. They know how to utilize guys with pitch counts. They know how to get guys back from